Good evening. Good evening and welcome parents, staff, distinguished guests, and most of all, our amazing class of 2022. It is wonderful to welcome you to the O-Arena for this evening's commencement ceremonies to honor our graduates. My name is Tom Leitz, the very proud principal of Utica High, and I'm thrilled to lead this evening's commencement ceremonies. Graduates, please remain standing, and at this time I would ask our guests to please rise as well as the Chieftain Band, under the direction of Mr. Brett Bays, performs the national anthem. Gentlemen, please remove your caps. Thank you, Mr. Bays, and thank you to the Chieftain Band. Wonderful job, as always. You may have a seat. We join here today to celebrate the successes of an extraordinary group of humans. I say that because you're more than just a group of students. These are truly exceptional young people. Whether you're with us in person or watching at home, thank you for joining me and honoring the class of 2022 for their remarkable accomplishments as we look forward to all they will achieve as Utica High graduates. On our stage and on the floor, we have many distinguished guests that I would like to acknowledge and ask them to stand as I announce their group. Joining us today is our Board of Education, President Dr. Mary Kay Thomas, Vice President Mrs. Danielle Nosovsky, Treasurer Ms. Michelle Templeton, Secretary Ms. Kelly Rankin, and Trustee Dr. Stephen Meyer. Thank you for your leadership for our students. We also have our Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Robert S. Monroe, along with the Utica Community Schools Central Office administrators and principals from our cluster elementary and junior high schools. If they could rise and we could give all of them a round of applause for their leadership. We also have the best two associate principals in the country, Mr. Jeremy Cranzo and Mrs. Deborah Olson. Leading our exemplary Utica High team, our department chairs are on stage and staff are on the floor. If our staff from Utica High would please rise, let's give them an incredible round of applause for the work they've done. We welcome them all and thank them for their service to our students and this community. This class has had an incredible voyage in getting to this day. We've certainly had our challenges, haven't we? This class has shown incredible grit and resilience in the face of a global pandemic that could have knocked them down, but instead taught you to stand up taller and straighter. This class not only persevered, but it excelled. We have division champions, we have regional finalists, national finalists, and state champions among us. And that play on the field was matched or exceeded by their accolades as all-state academics in the classroom. We have state and nationally recognized competitors in MIPA, DECA, HOSA, and Division I rated musicians, scholastic artists, and lauded thespians. This class has avid scholars and National Merit Scholars, including a National Merit finalist. It has Macomb County All-Academic Scholars, one Dream Team member, as well as a Presidential Scholar semifinalist. This class also has leaders who have guided their school, their district, and state towards elevating the student mental health and wellness conversation from words into action for students. We even have a best-selling author. As we stand here today, we examine what you've done, who you are, and what you've become. And I'm proud of each and every one of you. Each of you has your own journey. Each of you has managed and mastered your own challenge. Each of you has claimed your own successes, your own story. My greatest pride, however, comes from the way this class pulled together to help and raise each other up when we were at our lowest, when we were in our darkest moments. It's impressive. Bonds that were already strong as iron were forged into steel. As Utica chieftains, your mantle of leadership requires you to think beyond yourselves, towards others, towards your tribe. Class of 2022, you've done that time and time again. You've lived up to Chief Joseph's famous appeal that much trouble would be saved if our hearts opened more. Your hearts opened. Your minds matched that challenge, and you made sure that this class was one of the most well-decorated and celebrated in memory. Well done. That success is on full display in our recognition of valedictorians and salutatorians of this class. It is my pleasure at this point to ask our vals and sals to please rise as the board behind me introduces our 80 valedictorians and one salutatorian for the class of 2022. Our screen will have the names on it. Vals and sals, please rise. Parents and family members, your job is to clap for every one of these 81 students. Please rise, ladies and gentlemen. Valedictorians and salutatorians, congratulations. You may have a seat. It is my pleasure to introduce the top valedictorian of the class of 2022 and our first speaker, our valedictory speaker, Luca Jalix. Luca, go ahead, it's fine. Luca is a senior member of the UCS MST program, a varsity soccer player, a member of NHS, a College Board AP scholar with distinction who leads our valedictorians with a 4.28 GPA. It is now my pleasure to welcome him to give the valedictory address. Luca, the stage is yours.
Good afternoon, Dr. Thomas and the Board of Education, Mr. Monroe and the Central Office Administration, teachers, faculty, parents, relatives, and of course my fellow graduates. It is an honor to speak to you today. I stand before you today with a mix of emotions. I'm sure many of you are experiencing something similar. Excitement, pride, relief, and nervousness. There's an energy in the air, a level of excitement our class has not felt before. Our class has navigated a time in history like none other. We were challenged by the shift to online learning when we thought we were just getting an extended spring break. During online school, we faced things such as accidentally being unmuted, constantly checking to make sure you're definitely muted, and the struggle of finding where in Schoology the assignments were posted. We faced exams, essays, assignments with moving deadlines, technology issues, and the precariousness of our well-being looming overhead. Then came the adjustment period when we went back to in-person learning. The struggle of putting on real pants and deciding what time to wake up for school instead of setting an alarm for 5 minutes before our first class. On a more serious note, we had to navigate standardized tests being canceled, sports teams forced to cancel events because of illness, and adapting to all the complications of hybrid learning. All these events taught us how important it is to take care of our mental health in the face of isolation and disappointment. Our time in isolation gave us a newfound appreciation for seeing one another face to face and connecting through school activities. It is because of these struggles that I know we, the graduating class of 2022, will be okay. In this time of unpredictability, we never fell flat. We persevered and came out stronger. We learned that even if our environment changes, even if the world changes, we will find a way. Looking back over these last 3 years at Utica High School, we can see the gradual development of a now strong foundation. We have been shaped by these classrooms, our teachers, and each other. This is the foundation upon which we will build our futures. With this starting point, we will change the world as much as it has changed us. There's no doubt that we will continue to be challenged. With every challenge you face, I urge you to look back and reflect at how far you have come. Give yourself the freedom to make mistakes and look at them as opportunities for growth. Through all the struggles and hardships, you made it to graduation day. Today is a day of celebration and thanks. Thank you to all the parents who woke us up when we slept through our alarms, who drove us around town looking for poster boards for projects due the next day, and who showed us the love and compassion through these difficult years. Thank you to the teachers who gave us their time and their knowledge to further our academic career. Thank you for sacrificing so much of your personal time to look out for students during one of the hardest times for learning. Thank you to friends and classmates, to those who answered the group chat when you asked if homework was due tonight, to those who explained a concept that you're struggling with, and to those who understood what you were going through because they were going through it too. These people are why we are here today and what makes Utica High School such a special and unique place. Days like today are rare. It is not often that years of hard work and dedication all culminate into a single ceremony. What a milestone it is for the class of 2022. So bask in it, celebrate yourself and those around you. It's time to show everyone what we are made of. Thank you and congratulations to the class of 2022.
Thank you, Luca. Wonderful job. Now I have the pleasure of welcoming our senior speaker, Aaron John, to the stage. Aaron has lived... Come on over, Aaron. Aaron has lived an incredible Utica High career as a member of our track and cross-country teams and the award-winning Utica bands. One of our valedictorians and so much more, he was selected to give this year's senior speech. Please welcome Mr. Aaron John.
All right, good afternoon, Dr. Thomas and members of the Board of Education, Mr. Monroe and members of the Central Office Administration team, and also to our teachers, friends, family, and class of 2022. For those who may not know me, or you didn't listen to what Mr. Lease was just saying, my name is Aaron John, and I was captain of the cross-country and track teams here at Utica. I also played trumpet in the marching band and was on the NHS Executive Board. But that's enough about me. I want to move on to why we're really here this afternoon. Let's see a show of hands with the people with the cap and gown on. Who got into the college of their dreams? That dream college they've always wanted. Yeah, we can see hands up. Let's give these people a round of applause as we see more and more hands going up. But most importantly, who is graduating today and who's excited, right? Yeah, awesome. All right, we just got another 90 minutes, and then you guys will get your diplomas. But anyway, now who did that alone? Who graduated alone? Nobody, right? Not everything can be done alone. We need a support system of people around us. Now that brings me to a small challenge most of us may have faced here at Utica, and that would be the staircases. Now, I am a cross-country runner, but I promise you my heart rate, it gets just as high at the top of those steps as anyone here. Even this ramp coming up here, I mean, it gets crazy. But sometimes the steps led to other frustrations. Like my last pencil, it would fall to the very bottom, or I would trip on the next step, right? But I needed to get to the top because my classes were upstairs. Now, our journey towards graduation was just like these staircases. A bad grade on that calculus test or that stats test, a Chieftain football home loss, or sleeping in past our alarm caused us to fall a few steps from the top, and that would be graduation. Now, fortunately, every staircase in Utica had a railing to support us when we were unsteady. Just take a moment to look around you, and you'll see that railing. The tribe here at Utica, they help to celebrate our successes, yet mourn our failures. Utica's traditions inspired us to keep pursuing success like the graduates that came before us. Teachers and coaches, they unlocked our potential. We found we could do more than just graduate. We held on to these people, just like we hold on to that railing as we climb up that staircase. Now, some of us might not recognize this support system because we can take it for granted. At least I know I did. The Utica family, our tribe, it's so unique. When I struggled, teachers supported me when I needed it, and they also let me fail as well so I could grow. But they always instilled confidence in me so I could get back up and start climbing those stairs again. Now, unfortunately, your parents, teachers, coaches, friends, they can't take the stairs for you. While that railing is there for balance, the action, the movement must come from you. Right now, I want to ask graduating seniors to picture the top of your next staircase. What is that desire, that goal you've always longed for? It might be a dream job, the perfect wedding, or maybe you share the same goal as me, seeing the Lions win a Super Bowl. But regardless of whatever your goal is, share it with your support system. Make it the background on your phone. Envision it like the skin you see on your very hand. Move one step at a time, or maybe you're daring enough to skip every other step. Regardless, grasp that handrail along the way, and when you get to the top, embrace the feeling of achievement. But don't forget the people that supported you along the way. Now, we have a saying here at Utica that goes, once a chieftain, always a chieftain. And this lives right in my heart. I will bleed orange and black until the day I die. But I want to challenge everyone here, even myself, don't be afraid to make new friends, to be that railing, that support system on that next staircase. Class of 2022, I did speak of the future, yes, but embrace the moment that we are now in. Cherish the feeling of that diploma in your hand as you walk across this stage. Congratulations to all the railings out there, the friends, the family, the teachers, the coaches, whoever it may be, we all thank you. But most importantly, congratulations, class of 2022. We all deserve it. Thank you.
Fantastic job, Aaron. Another round of applause for Mr. John, please. At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce our Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Robert Monroe. Mr. Monroe has served our community for more than 20 years and is now in his second year as Superintendent of Schools. We appreciate the steady leadership and support he has provided our school community during this time of great challenge. Please welcome to the podium, Mr. Monroe.
Didn't Luca and Aaron just do a fantastic job? Let's give them a nice another round of applause. Fantastic. Fantastic. Well, thank you, Mr. Leitz, and good evening, faculty, friends, and families in the amazing Utica High School class of 2022. You know, before I begin tonight, I want to recognize someone who has worked behind the scenes to make this event possible. We talk a lot this year about returning important traditions to our schools, and none of the senior year experiences and this graduation could be possible without the work of your senior advisor, Mrs. Catherine Lolito. Can you give Ms. Lolito stand up? Give her a nice round of applause. Does a fantastic job for Utica High School. Graduates, over the next few hours after the diplomas have been awarded, the senior all-night party is complete, and we officially begin summer vacation. We will finish writing the final UCS chapter for you, the class of 2022. Written in the book will be a chapter after chapter of tremendous successes. Nationally recognized music and art programs, athletes regarded as the best in state, international dance teams, and once again, recognition as one of the nation's top high schools. Let's give a nice round of applause for this high school. All of this is based on the performances of this collective group sitting here in front of me. Those of you who patiently are waiting for me to finish so you can get your diplomas. We recognize and certainly celebrate all of your successes. But in addition to celebrating how your talents have positioned you for the future and how it has positioned you for success, the path will seldom be a straight line for you. And I know our two speakers and Mr. Leitz shared that with you. Your future will contain experiences that will define you, and it is important that each of you give yourself permission to fail. And here's what I mean by that. This is a time in your life when you should try new things. Learn what works for you and what doesn't work for you. It's a time of trial and error. Any teacher, parent, or loved one can tell you it is okay not to know what you're doing 100% of the time. Those of you who respectfully messaged me about snow days often pointed this out to me quite frequently. In experiencing life's challenges, the most important thing is that you give it your all and you learn from your mistakes and you grow from them. Winston Churchill once said, "Success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts." You have already shown the strength to continue in the most challenging of circumstances. If there was ever a leaderboard in our schools for resiliency, the class of 2022 would have shattered each and every record. Challenges have never defined you, and considering the certainty of obstacles in your future, they should never freeze you in your tracks. For you already know that when confronted with these challenges, it will be a case of been there, done that. You also know that the people who allowed you to meet your struggles head on, just as the staircase, will be there to give you strength in your future. When your parents first registered you in Utica Community Schools, you received a lifetime contract. We not only represent your hometown and your roots, but we are also the individuals and relationships that will last you a lifetime. Look around this arena right now. So impressive. The people who surround you today will be with you always. Our experiences, both good and bad, make us who we are, and it is what you do with these experiences that will forge the path of your future. And based on where you have been, this road ahead is very bright indeed. Congratulations to the Utica High School class of 2022. It is now my pleasure to introduce to you the Vice President of our Board of Education, Mrs. Danielle Nosovsky. Ms. Nosovsky is in her 7th year on the Board of Education. Ms. Nosovsky has 3 children in Utica Community Schools. Let's please give a nice warm welcome for Mrs. Danielle Nosovsky.
Thank you, Mr. Monroe, and good evening, staff, families, and most importantly, the Utica High School class of 2022. I'm very proud to be here to represent the Utica Community Schools Board of Education. As board members, we serve many roles in the community. We are elected representatives, community members, and most importantly, Utica Community Schools parents. In these roles, it is our responsibility to set standards, guidelines, and parameters. As board members, we set the policy for the school district and worked with the superintendent to set high expectations for our schools. As parents, we set the boundaries that have guided your growth and helped to develop character, respect, and love. Within these boundaries that were established for you was also some flexibility that many of you may have tested. And at those times where you challenged the status quo, no matter what you saw in our faces, deep down we celebrated, and honestly, we loved it. The risks you took, the questions you asked, the constant whys. To your face, we might have said something like, "Because I said so," but later, among ourselves, we were giving out high fives because you were learning. As history tells us, it is the individuals who have challenged the status quo or adopted different perspectives that have made this world a better place. Behind every great invention or movement was someone who looked at things and wondered if there wasn't a better or different way. Thomas Edison looked at an oil lamp and envisioned a light bulb. Steve Jobs looked at a CD player and envisioned an iPod. So, in the final words you will hear as a UCS student, we ask you to create a better future by looking at things differently. Every time you see something that doesn't quite look right, remember to do what you have always done. Ask why and come up with a better way. If you do that, we will know as your school community and as your parents that we have done our job. So that brings me to my next responsibility here this evening, to say the words that have been 13 years in the making. The principal and faculty of Utica High School have recommended to the superintendent and Board of Education that a Utica Community Schools high school diploma be conferred upon you. By the authority vested in your Board of Education by the state of Michigan, it is now time to announce our graduates, award the diplomas, and congratulate the UCS class of 2022 on a job well done. Let us proceed.
Luca Orion Jalix, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society, Utica Center for Mathematics, Science, and Technology.
Aaron William John, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society.
Joshua Philip Abraham, Utica Center for Science and Industry.
John Stewart Adkins.
Subhash Adusumilli, cum laude, National Honor Society.
Evan Wayne Eck, cum laude, avid scholar.
Zina Aga, summa cum laude, National Honor Society.
Noor Alhuda Abbas Ahmad, summa cum laude, valedictorian, National Honor Society, avid scholar.
Karar Faris Al-Bakri, cum laude.
Travis Dean Alant.
Alexis Kennedy Allure, cum laude.
Shana El-Safar, summa cum laude, National Honor Society.
Edgar Yahir Abraz. Dalvin Antius.
Cameron Nathaniel Armour.
Alona Ashiku, magna cum laude.
Akram Escool.
Riley Scott Augustitis.
Zachariah Alkel, Utica Center for Mathematics, Science, and Technology.
Hamza Ayaz, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society.
Jason Joshua Azar.
Madison Nicole Bages, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society.
Sabrina Hope Balaska.
Athra Balo.
Marissa Michelle Barch, magna cum laude, National Honor Society.
Ryan James Burrell, avid scholar.
Delina Delore Bashi, summa cum laude, National Honor Society.
Yelena Batansky.
Amanda Rose Beauvais, magna cum laude.
Sydney Marie Belli, cum laude, Utica Center for Science and Industry. Caroline Elizabeth Bernardi, summa cum laude, National Honor Society, Utica Center for Science and Industry. Morgan Genevieve Bernardi, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society, UCS Seal of Global Language. Om Dharman Kumar Bija, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society, Utica Center for Mathematics, Science, and Technology. I'm sorry. Anthony Lawrence Black, magna cum laude.
Angelina Maria Boyai, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, salutatorian, National Honor Society, UCS Seal of Global Language.
Mary Nicole Boris, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society, UCS Seal of Global Language.
Alexander Allen Bratton.
Keisha Alexis Bronner.
Sanaya Nikayla Bryant.
Samantha Nicole Breyer.
Christina Anastasia Buck, magna cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, National Honor Society.
John Russell Buffa, cum laude, National Honor Society, UCS Seal of Global Language.
Fadi Saad Booni, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, National Honor Society.
Jenna Nicole Burnham, magna cum laude, National Honor Society.
Danelle Angela Burns, cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar.
Laura Bassam Buttress, avid scholar.
Antonio Domagoy Chappelle, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar.
Mateo John Caporuso, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society.
Isabel Karina Carcier, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, National Honor Society, UCS Seal of Global Language, avid scholar.
Isabella Marie Carlson, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society.
Frida Nicole Carrizales, cum laude, UCS Seal of Global Language.
Chloe Mariah Caruso.
Charlotte Frances Catherwood, magna cum laude, Utica Center for Mathematics, Science, and Technology.
Rocco Luigi Cesario.
Sophia Grace Chapaton.
Dylan Sylvester Chase.
Aaron Gabriel Chavez.
Elise Ann Shane.
Kimberly Francis Chitoski.
Anthony Philip Churko, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian.
Kayla Lachelle Christian, magna cum laude, National Honor Society, avid scholar.
Allison Avery Chunchik.
Abigail Noel Clark, summa cum laude, National Honor Society.
Ellen Orion Clark.
Dax David Clark II.
Caitlin Diane Cleveland, magna cum laude.
Jenna Lynn Clinard.
Angelina Rose Consolino.
Jack Brian Costandi, summa cum laude, valedictorian.
Mary Verona Catoni, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian.
Jonah Daniel Cross.
Jason Michael Cubitt, cum laude, National Honor Society.
Sebastian Culleton.
Joseph William Cunningham.
David Coopy.
Dennis Coopy.
Anna Svetkovsky, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society.
Alexander Anthony Dabish.
Michael Fadi Dada.
Anthony Selam D'Alessandro.
Alexis Elizabeth Daniels, summa cum laude, National Honor Society.
Aikwe Arma Terrence Daniels.
Riley Andrew Davey.
Quinn Michael Davis, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, National Honor Society, Utica Center for Science and Industry.
Robina Bashir Daywood, cum laude.
Kimberly Denise Dela Cruz Lay.
Anna Marie Diadai, magna cum laude, National Honor Society.
Andy DeJoni, summa cum laude.
Killian Delgado Guerrero.
Nicholas John DeMaestri, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society.
Alec James Demas, cum laude, UCS Seal of Global Language.
Dalton Scott Dempsey, Utica Center for Science and Industry.
Ella Frances Dearsley.
Jackie Gerard DeRosa, magna cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, National Honor Society.
Gino Carmelo DiMaggio.
Daria Dimkovska, summa cum laude, valedictorian, UCS Seal of Global Language.
Connor Anthony DiPonio, cum laude, National Honor Society.
Okay. Irina Svetanka Jalofsky, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, Utica Center for Mathematics, Science, and Technology.
Giuliano Jack Doda, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society, UCS Seal of Global Language.
Monica Dodai.
Lawrence John Dokai, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society, UCS Seal of Global Language.
Mitchell J. Donovan, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society, UCS Seal of Global Language.
Emma Catherine Doucette, magna cum laude.
Zoe Olivia Doyle, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, National Honor Society.
Jackson Douglas Drew.
Gilberto George Fairweather.
Jack Garrett Droley, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society, UCS Seal of Global Language.
Liam Campbell Duncan.
Hannah Jolie Dupuis, magna cum laude, National Honor Society.
Nathan Anthony Noah Eichmann.
Brandon Lee Elder,
Sean Patrick Elachaichon, Utica Center for Science and Industry.
Sophia Mary Elfakir,
Zachary David Elrod.
Zoe Danielle Elrod, cum laude, National Honor Society.
Jackson Vaughn Everart.
Nicoletta Margarita Farnese, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society, UCS Seal of Global Language.
Jessica Paige Farnsworth, magna cum laude.
Ariz Ahmud Faruqi,
Claire Ataf Farouk, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society, UCS Seal of Global Language.
Yusuf Fatui, cum laude.
Alexis Paige Farrell.
Juliana Flores. I'll do my best. Itzel Juliana Flores.
Anthony Marcellus Flowers, Jr.
Keegan Scott Forbes.
Ashley Elizabeth Fortman, magna cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, National Honor Society, UCS Seal of Global Language.
Sophia Marie Foshkich, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society, Utica Center for Mathematics, Science, and Technology.
Myrna Fuad.
Gordon Anthony Frandl, magna cum laude, National Honor Society.
Lawrence John Yulo Frentilla.
Grant Dorino Freestone.
Connor Reed Froberger, summa cum laude, National Honor Society.
Alexander Gagne.
Jorge Aguilar Garcia, cum laude, UCS Seal of Global Language.
Aurelio Ramon Garza.
Ashlyn Amara Gazaway.
Alicia Gega.
Gabrielle Nevea Germansky, summa cum laude, valedictorian, National Honor Society.
Danish Muhammad Gias, magna cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, National Honor Society.
Isa Brielle Gibson.
Tanvir Singh Gill.
Henry Joka, cum laude.
Rosalba Joka, summa cum laude, National Honor Society.
Linda Jonai, magna cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, National Honor Society, avid scholar.
Martina Goichai.
Jaron Anthony Goldsmith, Utica Center for Mathematics, Science, and Technology.
Colin Jeffrey Galish.
Rhea Gallopini, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society.
Olivia Morgan Gonzalez.
Kailani Rain Gotts, UCS Seal of Global Language.
Zoe Faith Gress, Utica Center for Mathematics, Science, and Technology.
Guinevere Marie Griffith.
Antonio Vince Grillo.
Giuliano Grishai.
Nicholas Edmund Grooms, Utica Center for Science and Industry.
Michael John Grin, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society, Utica Center for Mathematics, Science, and Technology.
Ava Elizabeth Haithcock, summa cum laude, valedictorian, National Honor Society, Utica Center for Mathematics, Science, and Technology.
Piper Sage Halhuber.
Jenna Renee Hansen, summa cum laude, National Honor Society, UCS Seal of Global Language.
Jordan Christian Harrington.
Lily Ava Harris, magna cum laude, National Honor Society.
Colin Lee Harrison.
Grant Michael Harrison, magna cum laude.
Benjamin Douglas Hartley, avid scholar.
Blake Michael Hartline.
Calvin John Hasenauer, Utica Center for Science and Industry.
Audrey Jane Hayes.
Kinsey Lauren Heersma, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian.
Isabella Marie Hellebuck.
Alexa Mary Hermes.
Ashton Jamie Hill.
Hayden Nicole Hill.
Andrew Bradley Hilliker, cum laude, UCS Seal of Global Language.
Helena Renee Hills, avid scholar.
Dylan Joseph Hintz.
Joseph Huang, summa cum laude, National Honor Society.
Lauren Leslie Howard, magna cum laude.
Caleb Christopher Huard, magna cum laude, Utica Center for Science and Industry.
Quentin Jude Hutchinson.
John Ivezai, summa cum laude, valedictorian, National Honor Society.
Alex Michael James.
Gabriella Marie Jarbo, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society, UCS Seal of Global Language.
Samantha Lahib Jarbo, magna cum laude, National Honor Society.
Desiree Hannah Jarbu, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, National Honor Society, avid scholar.
Joshua Frederick Jarvis.
Max Anthony Jeffries, cum laude.
Shane David Yakum.
Alicia Lee Johnson, cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, National Honor Society.
Jeffrey Ian Johnson.
Joseph John Johnson.
Lexi Marie Johnson, cum laude, avid scholar.
Samantha Marie Johnson, magna cum laude, National Honor Society, avid scholar.
Brandon Joseph Johnston, magna cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, National Honor Society.
Dylan Marie Junkin, magna cum laude, National Honor Society, UCS Seal of Global Language.
Macy Grace Kadrich, magna cum laude.
Megan Rose Kashupski, summa cum laude, National Honor Society.
Chanel Katula, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society.
Chantel Katula, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society.
Isaac Aziz Katula.
Anique Marie Capella, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, National Honor Society.
Hannah Maria Capella, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society.
Kevin Kekich, magna cum laude, National Honor Society, UCS Seal of Global Language.
Evan William Kellermeyer.
Caitlin Paige Kelly.
Brooke Elizabeth Kesson, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society, Utica Center for Mathematics, Science, and Technology, UCS Seal of Global Language.
Alexander John Kita, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society.
Amar Kaur Kak.
Devin Raymond Kami.
Morgan Denise Kirby.
Nathan Shane Klein.
Dylan Bradley Gallatin.
Abigail Joy Kokanowski, summa cum laude, valedictorian, National Honor Society.
Aiden Scott Kokanowski, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society.
Angelique Therese Corcus, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society.
Mallory Elizabeth Court, magna cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, National Honor Society, Advanced Placement Capstone Diploma Candidate.
Theodore Garrett Kosarik, magna cum laude.
Bryce Daniel Cotelis, cum laude.
Elizabeth Ray Cozen, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society.
Cordelia Claire Carmen Kraus, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society.
Andrew Jacob Krasinski.
Alina Christina Kuzniers, magna cum laude.
Abdullah H. Kuzah.
Sophia Rose Ledoux, magna cum laude, National Honor Society, UCS Seal of Global Language.
Brianna Danielle Lefevre, magna cum laude, National Honor Society, UCS Seal of Global Language.
Armando Lalai.
Austin Jack Lamphere, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian.
Justin John Landwehr.
Joseph Philip Lang, magna cum laude.
Nicholas Stephen LaRose.
Donovan James Larson, magna cum laude.
Haley Angela Larson, magna cum laude, National Honor Society.
Chloe Jade Larson, cum laude, National Honor Society.
Andrew John Laseski, magna cum laude.
Rachel Lynn Lavoie, magna cum laude.
Jackson Scott Lawson, magna cum laude, National Honor Society.
Sophia Elizabeth Lemming, cum laude.
Logan Richard Leonard.
Tyler Clifford Leonard.
Hannah Christine Lesner, cum laude, National Honor Society, UCS Seal of Global Language.
Stephen Daniel Lindstrom, magna cum laude, National Honor Society, UCS Seal of Global Language.
Megan Deborah Livdahl.
Jenna Lynn Liza, magna cum laude, National Honor Society.
Lucas Jeffrey Lipinski, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society, Utica Center for Mathematics, Science, and Technology.
John Dennis Mahoney, Utica Center for Science and Industry.
Oral Malai.
Christina Palum Malai.
Alexis Ferris Manny, cum laude.
Jerome Robert Menino.
Elizabeth Emily Manuzak, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society, Utica Center for Mathematics, Science, and Technology.
Lauren Marshawn Manzella, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society.
Amelia Oliveira Markovsky, magna cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, National Honor Society, UCS Seal of Global Language.
Angelo New Marcu.
Evan Eric Martins, magna cum laude, Utica Center for Science and Industry.
Isabel Marie Martins, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, Utica Science for Mathematics, Science, and Technology.
Atina Martinez, UCS Seal of Global Language.
Santino Vincent Maselli.
Alexandra Eden Massey.
Matthew Dominic Mattia, cum laude, National Honor Society.
Alexis Nicole Maxwell, cum laude, National Honor Society.
Robert Anthony Mayberry.
Riley Nicole McChesney.
Robert Romeo McGarry.
Emma June McNichol, avid scholar.
Sophia Ann Mageed, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society, UCS Seal of Global Language.
Justin Joe Mendoza Hernandez.
Vision Montes Metzger.
Shelby Paige Mahalski, magna cum laude, National Honor Society.
Gabriella Milikai, magna cum laude.
Eric Michael Miller, magna cum laude.
Ethan Scott Mills, avid scholar.
Luke Matthew Milne, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian.
Anthony Joseph Minjo, magna cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, National Honor Society.
Sarah Ann Mittag, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society.
Brooke Ann Monarch, cum laude.
Matthew George Montalbano.
Abby Nicole Moreland.
Weston James Motlock, summa cum laude, Utica Center for Science and Industry.
Marissa Elena Montanu, magna cum laude, National Honor Society.
Cameron Terrell Murphy.
Janelle Namo.
Jose Giovanni Navarrete Cardenas, UCS Seal of Global Language.
Michaela Rose Newcomb, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society, UCS Seal of Global Language.
Daan Nguyen Nguyen.
Sophia Convi Wynn.
Samantha Louise Norris, summa cum laude, valedictorian, National Honor Society.
Brendan Patrick O'Hara.
Ryan James O'Haron.
Andrew Ryan Oak.
Trevor Daniel Pace Jr.
Vito Palazzolo, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society.
Mackenzie Genevieve Palicki, magna cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, National Honor Society.
Liliana Isabella Pansera.
Stephen Russell Paquette, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society.
Alexa Noel Padalon, magna cum laude.
Blake Joseph Patterson, magna cum laude, UCS Seal of Global Language.
Michaela Ray Paul, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society.
Bailey Noel Payne.
Joseph Bryant Perry, avid scholar.
Amanda Grace Pessola, cum laude, UCS Seal of Global Language.
Jordan Rose Peterson, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, National Honor Society.
V. Nyuk Fan, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society.
Emily Grace Phillips, magna cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, National Honor Society, Utica Center for Science and Industry.
William Charles Anthony Phipps.
Daniel Brian Pillion, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society, UCS Seal of Global Language.
Olivia Christine Pinto, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society, UCS Seal of Global Language.
Katrina Lynn Patrash.
Rihanna Ann Pizzuti.
Alexis Michelle Planca, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society, UCS Seal of Global Language.
Anna Nicole Potter, magna cum laude, National Honor Society.
Zachary Ryan Perozic, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society.
Alessia Preka, cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar.
Ariana Prela, cum laude.
Michael Alexander Preeb, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian.
Alyssa Nicole Polizzi, magna cum laude.
Bassam Yasser Kadri, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society, UCS Seal of Global Language, avid scholar.
Genesis Paulette Rabine, UCS Seal of Global Language.
Delaney Aaron Jade Ramon, Utica Center for Science and Industry.
Ethan Salvatore Randazzo, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society.
Angelina Rose Ria, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society, UCS Seal of Global Language.
Sophia Grace Ricuti.
Madeline Ruth Richmond, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society.
Alexander Michael Rainier, magna cum laude, National Honor Society, Utica Center for Mathematics, Science, and Technology.
Zachary Ethan Robert.
Bryce David Roland, cum laude.
Alyssa Catherine Rojeski, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, National Honor Society.
Kaylee Ann Rowell.
Brianna Lee Rowalt, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society.
Sophie Monet Rutherford, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society.
Aiden Alexander Salmo.
Renzo Pietro Salvatore.
Kayla Ariana Sanchez.
Lanice Deanna Sanders.
Sarah Michelle Santangelo.
Ercole Michael Santilli.
Kira Bernice Schultz, summa cum laude.
Andrea Salboja.
Tyler Joseph Sargent.
Madeline Grace Sessi, magna cum laude, National Honor Society.
Maya Wareen Shaba, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society.
Bernadette Catherine Shamoon.
Jackson Matthew Sheridan.
Riley Ella Genevieve Sidney.
Rebecca Elizabeth Suzanga, magna cum laude, National Honor Society.
Viviana Garcia Silva.
Adriana Grace Samofsky, magna cum laude.
Shelby Brianne Skripchak.
Jaden Slaughter, cum laude.
Thomas Anthony Slyman, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society, UCS Seal of Global Language.
Ethan Calvin Smale, magna cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, National Honor Society.
Joshua Glenn Smith.
Macy Lynn Smith.
Stephen Lee Smith, avid scholar.
Riley Elizabeth Sokolowski, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society, UCS Seal of Global Language.
Mara Ashley Spiros.
Joshua David Allen Springer.
Nicole Nevea Stack.
Coy Stelman, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian.
Molly Anna Marie Stevens, magna cum laude, National Honor Society.
Christian Stojanowski, magna cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, UCS Seal of Global Language.
Palum Subashi, magna cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar.
Bradley Thomas Suggs, cum laude.
Luke Joshua Sumner, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society.
Catherine Elizabeth Sunday, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society, avid scholar.
Lillian Grace Zathmari, summa cum laude, National Honor Society.
Leah Danielle Talarico, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, avid scholar.
Alina Kim Tang.
Jillian May Taylor, cum laude.
Jacob Edward Terranova, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society, Utica Center for Mathematics, Science, and Technology.
Niveen Ferris Thabit.
Evan Joseph Fair.
Jenna Ruth Tice, magna cum laude, National Honor Society.
Aaron Joseph Thielen, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, Utica Center for Mathematics, Science, and Technology.
Emily Joy Thompson, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society, UCS Seal of Global Language.
Olivia Noel Thompson, magna cum laude, National Honor Society.
Gabriel Evan Timmons, UCS Seal of Global Language.
Ava Grace Toko, magna cum laude.
Damian Hunter Tokar.
Okay. Matthew Toma.
McKenna Felicitas Tribula.
Julian Samuel Trimseski, cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, National Honor Society, Utica Center for Science and Industry.
Eva Joelle Troyanovich, summa cum laude, valedictorian, National Honor Society, Utica Center for Science and Industry.
Devin Sebastian Taranik.
Caitlin Mary Tuttle, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society.
Sajid Mohammed Udin, cum laude, National Honor Society.
Avery Jewel Urban, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar.
Saja Usman.
Stephanie Grace Veda, magna cum laude, UCS Seal of Global Language.
Frank Joseph Valenti II.
Anthony Wilson Van Buren.
Ryan Walter Van de Winkel, magna cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar.
Alessandro Joseph Van Simes.
Taylor Nicole Vance, magna cum laude, National Honor Society, UCS Seal of Global Language.
Tyler Scott Vandenbroek.
Caitlin Blair Vandercook.
Samantha Nu Vang.
Caitlin Courtney Verellen Curtis, magna cum laude, National Honor Society, UCS Seal of Global Language, avid scholar.
Jackie Wang, magna cum laude.
Rita Samir Wardy, cum laude.
Allison Lisa Wagner, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society, UCS Seal of Global Language.
Natalie Noel Weir.
Darren William Welch, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society.
Madeline Wheeler.
Thomas Michael Whitehead.
Ariana Ray Wilson.
Caitlin Elizabeth Witkowski.
Logan William Witt, National Honor Society, Utica Center for Science and Industry.
Nathan Mark Wolgamott.
Emily June Woodard, magna cum laude.
Lillian or Lillian? Jordan Lillian Worth, magna cum laude, National Honor Society.
Sandra Yaldo, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society, UCS Seal of Global Language.
Andrew Youssef.
Miguel Youssef.
Blake Michael Zagata.
Andrew John Zakins.
Anika Zaman, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, National Honor Society.
Victoria Helena Zaremba.
Zachary Zavala.
Brianna Adele Zaveruja, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society, UCS Seal of Global Language.
Gavin Brooks Spatowski, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, valedictorian, National Honor Society.
Danilo Drakovic, summa cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, National Honor Society, UCS Seal of Global Language.
Chloe Marin Ziola, magna cum laude, UCS Advanced Placement Scholar, National Honor Society.
Lillian Ziad.
Bianca Lang.
How about another round of applause for these graduates? Parents, we have one more step before our graduates are finished. We ask that you please remain seated as our students perform their tassel ceremony. After we finish, students will be released by rows and meet you out in front of the arena, where you're welcome to find places around campus to take pictures. We'll ask that parents remain seated until our graduates are out of the arena. Will our seniors please rise for the tassel ceremony? Currently, your tassel sits on the right side. It symbolizes your time at Utica High. Please take that in your right hand. Your tassel is on the right, symbolizing your sophomore year. You came to Utica High with dreams and aspirations, ready to begin your path to adulthood. Your school spirit began, your personal determination grew, and your sense of belonging began to grow with it. Now move your tassel to the center. This movement symbolizes your junior year. You grew in confidence and excelled during the most difficult academic year of your lives, and so much more. You learned to support one another and grew as young adults. Finally, move your tassel to the left side of your cap. This movement symbolizes your senior and final year at Utica High. The standards were high, and each of you have met or exceeded them. You have become leaders, respectful and confident young people, ready to take on the next phase of your life. You are truly chieftains, and once a chieftain, always a chieftain. Class of 2022, you have done it. Congratulations. Well done.